Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of NASCAR Heat 5 2023 Mod Career Mode Season number 4, where you're looking at the NASCAR Xfinity Series race results from Kansas Speedway, where it was Ty Majeski picking up his second win in his select starts in this Xfinity Series season, with playoff drivers Connor Zilisch, Ryan Sieg, Justin Allgaier, and Riley Herbst rounding out the top 5. Then you got Daniel Dye and another playoff driver in Jesse Love in 7th and Daniel Hemrick 8th. Then the Gray brothers, Tanner and Taylor, round out the top 10. Other notable drivers, Ryan Truex, of course, in the playoffs, finishes in 16th place. Not quite the finish he was looking for. Corey LaJoie comes home 18th in the number 9 car. And then not the finish for William Sawalich or Corey Day. So here's your updated Xfinity Series chase grid. They have one race remaining in the round of 8. Is their elimination race at Las Vegas. Justin Allgaier is all but ensured himself a spot in the championship round at 52 above the cut line. Jesse Love and Connor Zilisch are both looking very good at 38 to the good. Then Ryan Truex now sits on the bubble, just 10 points above Daniel Hemrick. Riley Herbst only out by 13, so it's going to be a close points battle at Vegas. And then Taylor Gray and Ryan Sieg pretty much in that must-win territory at 32 points below the cut line. Going to need a miracle to find their way into the championship 4. So there's your Xfinity Series update. In the background, we've been practicing and qualifying for today's main event, the NASCAR Cup Series Hollywood Casino 400 from Kansas Speedway. The opener of the round of 8 in the chase for the Cup. Christopher Bell puts it on pole position, as he seems to always do here in Kansas. He's looking good. Christian Eckes and Chris Buescher both have to start at the rear of the field due to different issues they suffered in qualifying. Where we got the number 9 Freeway Insurance Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing here today, as we try to make it 4 wins in a row to go on a historic run to start the chase for the Cup and the chase for our 4th consecutive championship. So we get underway here in Kansas from 13th position on the inside. Chandler Smith will easily clear him into turn 1. Now go right to the inside of Kyle Larson. Of course, shockingly eliminated after the first round of the chase. Just was not good enough. Was just mediocre the whole round. Got himself eliminated. As now we battle with Tyler Reddick, who's the first driver to miss the chase for the Cup. We'll go by him for 11th. Now set our sights on Ty Gibbs and Noah Gragson. Larson gives us a huge shove. We hit the back of the 38 Noah Gragson. Almost go wrecking, and we get an aggressive dive onto the inside. Nearly 4 wide down the front straightaway. An extremely Ross Chastain aggressive-esque move right there that we pulled on Ty Gibbs and Corey Heim here as we try to work our way up into the top 10, which we will now as we clear Heim. And with the shove from Ty Gibbs, we'll be alongside Noah Gragson for 8th position on the racetrack, and we'll take that away. Into 8th we go. Now we set our sights on the 9 of Chase Elliott. Of course, a season ago, he was our chief rival in the championship race at Homestead Miami Speedway. And obviously, we all know how that one ended in controversial fashion. So now we are racing alongside Gibbs, trying to make his first ever Championship 4 appearance here in that Monster Energy Toyota Camry. As we battle for 8th position, Joey Logano right up ahead of him in 7th. Elliott continues to drive away. So now Gibbs goes by Logano, and we will look to do the same here through turns 3 and 4 as the 2-time Cup Series champion Joey Logano will now fall behind us here as we go up into 8th position here at Kansas, now working to chase down Logano's teammate of Ryan Blaney. As we continue to work our way up, so a few laps there, Larson shoves us all the way right back to the bumper of Blaney and Bubba Wallace. We managed to get all the way to the outside lane, right up against the wall. Larson and I running about the same line, ripping it up top, and now we get a big run to the inside of Ryan Blaney. We go now to go for 8th place. There's the 23 of Bubba Wallace. I try to set it to the inside of Bubba into turn 1 and 2 and set it a little bit too deep. As Bubba goes way up the racetrack, both of us do. We luckily avoid making any significant contact. Bubba retains the position. Larson now taking advantage, trying to get by us for 8th place. This battle continues down the back straightaway. We race with Kyle Larson, Bubba Wallace, Ryan Blaney right there behind us. Alex Bowman leading the group in about 6th place. 48 having a strong performance so far today. We'll clear Blaney. Big run to the inside of Larson and Bubba Wallace. 3 wide swing here down the front straight, all the way to be alongside Bowman here for 6th place. A great move from us right there, and into 6th we go here in Kansas. A great start to this race. Now we slide up the racetrack. Here comes Chase Briscoe. The Penske driver, the number 2 Mahindra Ford, goes flying by Chase Briscoe now into 6th place on the racetrack. Now we try to get underneath him, a little bit of contact with the left rear quarter panel of Briscoe. We slide all the way up the track, opening the door for Kyle Larson, who continues to be on a mission, driving his way through the field into 6th place as Larson tries to prove a point that he should be in this round if he hadn't just made too many mistakes there in that initial round of the chase bubble. Wallace goes by, now Briscoe and I both dropping back here as we battle for 8th place. Bowman back here with us in 10th. And this is a really struggle for us as, of course, we go in this run. Our tires really starting to wear out over this long run here in Kansas. You know, I've always historically struggled saving my tires, and this is just another example of that. And I will look to improve that in stage number 2 for sure. As right now we work to battle Briscoe in this battle. It's been some great racing here in Kansas. I mean, no surprise. You know, Kansas is one of the best tracks in NASCAR. Continues to be so here today as we battle the Penske Ford, and Bowman right there behind us gives us a shove here through turns 1 and 2. Up the track we go. Big slide. We save it. Now, a few laps later, we are coming in very early for our scheduled green flag pit stop here at the end of stage 1, running in 13th at the moment. We will be the first car in to begin the pit cycle. 4 tires and fuel gets back out there on the track. Trackhouse pit crew going to get down to business here and try to get us out, hopefully, with a net gain of a couple spots here. You know, we have the big enough playoff point cushion anyway, where even just a top 15 run here today will be just what we need to do. We'll still have a full race on that cut line going into Iowa. Next episode. That should be a very entertaining race for sure. Our second to last short track race of the season. Of course, we'll have Martinsville in that championship round. As Ty Gibbs is currently a race leader, we currently come out scored, of course, in dead last, 40th place on the racetrack, as we were the first car to pit. So everyone will be a lap ahead of us here. So now this upcoming next lap by, we're going to be passing all the cars on pit road that pitted before us. So now we jump up from last to 28th place, but we're going to get some more spots here as we go through turns 1 and 2 on these 4 fresh tires, which feel great for sure with the handling of the race car. We now fly by Ryan Blaney on the outside lane to take 27th for the moment. We got Daniel Suarez right there in front of us. I think I see Christopher Bell up there. A few other guys. Now we go by pit road one more time. We'll make some more passes here. Jumping from 27th place all the way up to the top 15. Currently 13th. Now we're going to pass Bowman on the apron for 12th. Wallace on the apron for 11th. Kyle Busch now gets us back inside the top 10. And now as we fly by the 5 of Kyle Larson, we've climbed all the way back to 9th place here in Kansas. A net gain on the pit cycle. Great execution by the whole team, Trackhouse crew. And now we are chasing down Larson for 8th. Here we'll pass Larson for 8th as there's a problem. Sam Mayer with an engine issue through 3 and 4. Going to come down pit road, and Sam Mayer going to be out of this race here in Kansas with that issue. That allowed us to get some breathing room. And now here we are, last lap of the stage, trying to hold off Kyle Larson for 8th. We just get really loose right there, slide up the racetrack, opening the door now for Kyle Larson, who gets by us on the outside. And Larson up to 8th. It looks like we'll have to settle for 9th, but down the front straightaway, it's going to be Ty Gibbs winning stage 1 here in Kansas. A amazing start for Gibbs' first ever round of 8 chase for the Cup race. He will win stage 1. We will salvage 2 points here in 9th. A solid first stage for us, doing exactly what we need to do here today. So Gibbs wins the stage, followed by his teammate Hamlin in 2nd. Then the Hendrick duo of Byron and Elliott 3rd and 4th. How about Daniel Suarez, the top non-playoff driver, in 5th, followed up by Chase Briscoe. And then Christopher Bell gets 4 points in 7th. We get 2 in 9th. And the final stage point goes to Ryan Blaney in 10th. So now here we are in the second stage, number 2. As we restart in 9th place, already get to work on the inside of Kyle Larson for P8 here, down the back straightaway, trying to work our way into contention for this race win, but it just doesn't seem we have the car, the handling, or the talent to do so here in Kansas. We send it into 3 and 4 to clear Kyle Larson, and it works exactly as we drew it up. And now we're going to have a run down the front straightaway on Chase Briscoe and Christopher Bell. Now here we go down the front straightaway, this time by 16 to go in stage 2. We go to the outside of Chase Briscoe and Christopher Bell, making it 3 wide here in Kansas. We try to work our way forward to try to get some more stage points here. Put ourselves in a good spot to bring home a solid top 10, maybe even if we're lucky, a top 5 finish here today, which would be amazing for our hopes here in Kansas as we drive our way up to 6th. Denny Hamlin up ahead of us, running in 5th place, and we are really got this car hooked up on the outside lane. Huge run to clear Christopher Bell for 6th. Now we got a run on Denny Hamlin, and we couldn't quite get by him, so we'll settle into 6th. And a little bit later in the stage, we go too high up the racetrack. Car just getting really tight over the long run, and we're just losing grip and positions as Chase Briscoe gets back ahead of us for 6th. We get a nice shove from Kyle Busch down the back straightaway, and we use it to really get aggressive inside. Chase Briscoe making a lot of contact here through 3 and 4. The battle is on for 6th place. Here comes our teammate, the one, Ross Chastain, has finally found his way to the front of the field here in Kansas. Of course, Chastain really good here, won this race in real life in 2024. And Chastain goes by us for 6th, and now we're making contact with Chase Briscoe again. Bell goes by to 7th. We're going to continue to drop back here. We squeeze Briscoe on the fence right there. Not the cleanest move, as now we drip down to 9th a few laps later, trying to hold back Kyle Busch, and we're just going to start bleeding positions here. There goes Briscoe. There goes Kyle Busch. Soon enough, Justin Haley will go by us, and we're down to 11 few laps later. We settle into 12th position, about to come in for our scheduled green flag pit stop, the end of the stage, and the caution on the speedway. Couldn't find what happened there, but a caution comes out on the racetrack, so we'll be back underway here with a 2-lap dash to end stage 2. We restart in 10th place on the outside of rowdy Kyle Busch, and we're going to try to get a run here to get by him for 9th down this back straightaway. Coming to the last lap of the stage, it is, I believe, a battle between Daniel Suarez up there, who's leading this race, and a few other guys. How about Daniel Suarez? He's had an impressive run today, now leading laps in position to get his first stage win of Aspire Motorsports. Now here we are, 3 wide through the tri-oval on Briscoe and Larson. We clear them both, get to the outside of Christopher Bell, and a tremendous move there from us gets us up now in position to take 6th place away and have one of our better stage finishes here at Kansas Speedway in our careers. We are able to clear Christopher Bell as he falls 3 wide to the middle. And now right behind our teammate Chastain to 3 and 4, really trying to make this outside lane work. A little too aggressive, bounce off the wall, but we're going to be able to hold on to 6th place here through the final corner. And Daniel Suarez is going to win stage 2 here in Kansas. We come across for a very solid 6th place, earning a total of 7 stage points today, doing exactly what we need to do. So Suarez picks up the stage win. Hamlin is 2nd again. Elliott and Byron switch spots in 3rd and 4th. Chastain rounds out the top 5, myself 6th, and Larson, Briscoe, Kyle Busch, non-playoff guys in the top 10, and Christopher Bell earns himself 2 points as well. So stage 1 went to Ty Gibbs, stage 2 goes to Daniel Suarez, and here in the final stage of racing, we decide to come down pit road for 4 tires and fuel, just trying to do something different strategy-wise, hoping it gets us up in position to maybe steal a win, as where we were doing, we probably weren't. We're just going to be stuck in about 10th, 11th, but I wanted to be aggressive with strategy calls. See what happens here as we send it 3 wide underneath Christian Eckes and Austin Cindric, as of course we restarted back in basically last place on the racetrack, because we were the only guy that pitted that was on the lead lap. So we're by SVG, our freshly eliminated teammate from the chase. Now we go by Nemechek, Tyler Reddick, working our way by Gilliland and Zane Smith, 3 wide on Front Row Motorsports here to break back into the top 30, which we will do. And we'll continue charging on forwards now, chasing down AJ Allmendinger and Ryan Preece. Now down the back straightaway, Custer gives us a good enough push. We get right to the back bumper of AJ Allmendinger. Now trying to make this pass on him, which we do. Now 3 wide to the outside of Ryan Preece and Chandler Smith. That gets us up into 26th place now on Corey Heim, who's qualified really well today, but has fallen way off and is running in 25th here. Not the day the Canada race winner was looking for here at Kansas. So we go by Heim. You're now in the top 25. Few laps later, how about Jimmy Johnson turning back the clock for a top 25 run here today in Kansas? Very impressed by what I'm seeing out of him today. Now we get to the back bumper of his employee and teammate of Eric Jones at Legacy Motor Club. We give a huge shove down the front straight to get by Joey Logano in the 22, who has really struggled today. No stage points, running outside the top 20 pretty much all day, and they better be raising those alarm bells, because Joey Logano could be in big trouble and could be eliminated from the chase and miss the championship 4, which this is an even year, so this would break the streak. At least in our universe, this would be the 2026 season. So Logano in big trouble as we go by him now. Now we're 3 wide on Brad Keselowski and Austin Hill to try to get into the top 20, which we do. We clear Brad and Austin Hill, and into the top 20 we go here in Kansas. And few laps later, everybody coming in for the final stop of the day here in Kansas. We get a good enough entry to get to the outside of Austin Hill coming in, and we will take 4 tires and fuel and let the pit crew get down to business. So pit crew doing a solid job so far. And looks like it's going to be a good pit stop. We're going to get a net gain of a couple spots here, but still behind almost all the playoff drivers except, of course, Joey Logano, who we just passed. So we're on the lead lap, currently scored in position number 20 after the pit cycle here in Kansas, but we should be getting some more spots soon. So here we are now, continuing to drive the pit exit here. We're going to get a good enough run on exit of turn 2 where we're actually going to be able to get enough momentum to pass Carson Hocevar here to get up into 19th place here in Kansas. Ensuing lap. Now we have caught the 38 of Noah Gragson, having a solid top 20 day, the top front row motorsports driver, and we will get to the outside of Gragson, and we'll pass him for 18th and continue our charge forwards. Ty Gibbs in position to get his 3rd win of the season and locking in the championship 4. But now a few laps later, our teammate Ross Chastain has blown a tire, and Chastain's out of this race. And now Chase Elliott takes the lead. Chris Buescher and Ty Gibbs make an unscheduled pit stop, coming to the white flag. Gibbs out of gas is going to cost him a ton of points, and potentially a championship 4 spot is down the front straightaway. Chase Elliott wins in Kansas. He's going to the championship 4, and we'll make our way through 3 and 4 here to salvage a solid top 15 finish here in Kansas. But our strategy ultimately did not work out, so we'll look to improve next time we're here in Kansas. Top 15 here today in Kansas, but Chase Elliott wins, and he is advancing to the championship round. How about Daniel Suarez? A strong stage points day and a runner-up finish, his best race of the season by far. Denny Hamlin, William Byron, good points days in the top 5. Bubba Wallace, also a solid top 5 run. Larson, Briscoe, Busch, Haley, a lot of non-playoff guys in the top 10. Christopher Bell gets a solid 9th, helping out his cause. Other playoff drivers, Ryan Blaney in 13th, myself, of course, in 15th. Joey Logano in 22nd. And then with that pitting, running out of gas, coming to the white flag, Ty Gibbs drops all the way to 30th. A disastrous day for Ty Gibbs is really going to cost him in the point standings here. As we look to the updated NASCAR Cup Series chase for the Cup standings going into Iowa next episode, Chase Elliott, of course, locks himself into the championship 4. We still have a full race on the cut line at 73 to the good. Denny Hamlin sits plus 13 above the cut line, and Christopher Bell sits on the bubble 6 points above William Byron. But Joey Logano, Ty Gibbs, and Ryan Blaney are basically already in must-win scenarios at 38, 39, and 40 points below the cut line respectively. They will need a miracle if they want to keep their championship hopes alive after Las Vegas. So Chase Elliott picks up the win, and back-to-back seasons he will be in the championship round, fighting to become a 2-time Cup Series champion. So as always, as we conclude this episode, I want to give a special shout out to my channel members. Thank you very much to Brenda Breen and Jeremy Isley for your support. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Helps this channel and I continue to grow and produce some awesome content, and are now pushing towards 2,000 subscribers. So those of you that are watching this video and are not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's completely free. It only takes a couple of seconds, and it helps me out a ton. And if you want to become a paid channel member as well, link is down below. You'll get access to exclusive perks. And until next episode at Iowa, I hope you all have a good one.